Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm a naturalist that has no name.
Sorry, just a minute. Your name is Scott.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
It says on your name tag,
No, it's not.
Scott.
I'm a naturalist that has no name. You can call me a weed eater, but
Weed eater?
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day. Welcome to
Game of Weeds at Three Creeks Metro Park.
In this episode of Game of Weeds, I'm going to make dandelion fritters with everyone's favorite weed, the dandelion. So what I have done is I've picked about 2 cups of dandelions. How you want to prepare them is you want to take the little sepals that are at the bottom of the stem, right there at the very top of the stem, and then just take your finger and pinch it off, and then removing those little sepals there, and you can put it back in your box and you're good. So we've got our 2 cups of dandelions. I'm going to use a 1/3 cup of flour, a 1/3 cup of cornmeal, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 egg. First I'm going to mix those up a little bit. My favorite way to mix in a situation like this is to take the dry ingredients, put the lid on, and shake them up. Now, there are sweet and there are savory ways that you can fritter something. What I am going to do is use a savory today. I'm going to use 1 egg, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this really well, and then we're going to dip our dandelions right into the batter. Now what I have done is I have got some oil on the stove heating up. I'm just using canola oil. So now comes the dipping time. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to take the fritters and lay them in the hot oil. We are pulling our last few fritters out here. If you like this recipe, feel free to go on our Facebook website and you can find the recipe online. Whew, I don't know, Scott.
Mine, all mine.
I don't know, Mr. No Name. I think I might try one.
There goes
Mr.
the
I
awful
have
hot.
no name. That's a fritter.
I think I'll try one too. Greg, while you're cooking the next batch of dandelion fritters, since we've eaten pretty much all the other ones in about 15 seconds, we have another question. Amy asks, should I keep or should I kill the dandelions in my yard?
Well, here's the thing. If you want to protect the pollinators, such as bees, they don't have a huge amount of flowers to feed on early in April and mid-April. So it's great to keep the dandelions there for all the pollinators and the bees.
And Amy, I know your family, and I imagine that dandelions survive your kids' soccer balls just fine. What we are making now, we're using the invasive weed garlic mustard. We're going to cook that in bacon fat, and then we're going to use that garlic mustard, and we're going to use some bacon and make a bacon and garlic mustard sandwich. A lot of greens, when you cook them, are kind of bitter and stuff like that, so something like hot fat kind of mellows them out, makes them really tasty, and of course if the greens aren't any good, you still got the bacon to eat, and what could be better? So do you have any questions for me today?
I do have a question. One of our people, Amy, asked, what are the dangerous weeds that we should be aware of?
There are some dangerous weeds out there. Giant hogweed, which we don't have a lot of in Ohio, came in about 100 years ago to the United States. It's established in Pennsylvania, New York. It's a really, really big plant, and if you touch it, you can get something called phytophotodermatitis. And if you can use that on Scrabble sometime, you'll win the world championship. Basically, if you touch it, get on your skin, and the sun hits your skin, it causes blistering, severe itching. You get it in your eyes, it can cause temporary or permanent blindness. So it's a really bad weed. But a lot of these are not really all that great for the environment around us. They interfere with our habitats, they outcompete other species, the native species of flowers, they don't provide food for insect larvae. So all in all, we would prefer not to have them around. All around us right now are bush honeysuckle. We're going to talk about that again a little bit more later. But yeah, there are some dangerous ones. Most of them are not dangerous. We are adding the garlic mustard into the bacon fat. Okay, it's ready. That's all it takes.
Well, naturalists with no name, we are here to battle the weed walkers.
Greg, we're surrounded by weed walkers on the north, the south, the east, and the west, and some other directions too. We probably won't live until sunset.
Good thing we have our safety goggles.
That's right. You always engage in battle with weed walkers while wearing safety goggles. Hey, my loppers are made out of Valerian steel. How about that axe?
Dragon glass!
All right, let's go! Honeysuckles! Careful if they get you, you'll turn into one of them! Greg, we've cooked this delicious feast today of bacon and garlic mustard. There's going to be bread involved. We've got dandelion fritters right here. Well, we have invited a special guest today.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the King of the North.
He looks
It is
like
the King of the North right here. How's life in Winterfell?
Cold.
Cold? Okay. Well, you got a fur. Okay, so
Very cool.
good. Well, we thought we'd invite you to sample our deliciousness.
That is a hearty feast indeed.
Indeed it is. All right, let's get the bread
Fit
out.
for a king. Have some fritters.
Fritters.
Yes.
Frittery dough.
Yep,
There's no mice
Frittery
in there.
fineness.
That smells wonderful.
Who needs
There you
bread
go.
when all you have is bacon?
Guest of honor goes first.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and perhaps we should save a piece or two for
Our camera
person.
woman.
Yes.
Oh, we'll be in big trouble if we don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now.
We don't use.
Oh, that's
spatulas,
what
we
am I
use
thinking? It should be
fingers.
cool enough by now. Oh, it's pretty hot though.
Oh, well,
fingers.
I trust your fingers. Though,
Okay.
so-
Woo-hoo-hoo.
What?
That is
This
good.
wonderful green stuff in there.
It's garlic mustard cooked in bacon fat.
Excellent. I am very
Okay,
excited.
let's see.
Excellent. Cheers. Grog.
Grog.
Thank you for joining us for Game of Weeds at Three Creeks Metro Park with the Two Hungry Naturalists.
Until next time, eat your bacon and your weeds.